The UK government has officially approved a domestic cruising restart, and will explore what that means for Australia, whilst in breaking news, the MSC Lirica has gone up in flames. I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy, and as always, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. First to breaking news, where earlier today, the MSC Lirica burst into flames while docked in the Greek island town of Corfu. According to reports, all 51 crew were safe and accounted for. The fire reportedly broke out in an empty lifeboat and was brought under control about an hour after it started. The ship has been in warm layup since January 30th and is scheduled to depart on her first cruise from Venice on April 16th. It's as yet unknown if this will be impacted. In last week's update, I reported that Princess and P&O UK were both aiming to restart domestic cruising within the UK this summer. This week, the UK Maritime Minister Robert Courts announced officially that domestic cruising may restart from May 17th. Both Princess and P&O UK will be releasing more information about their upcoming domestic season shortly. Overall, this is fantastic news and echoes industry pleas for a restart down under. It will present as a strong case study for Australia to watch closely, and I have no doubt that our decision makers and industry heavyweights will be doing just that. The UK resumption is made possible by the continued rollout of the vaccine and the government desire to return to normality, and I have no doubt that Australia will soon follow suit. Reports within the local industry point to our federal government releasing its framework for the safe resumption of cruising within the next month or two. That should then prompt Australian state governments to follow suit with their own guidelines and plans, and if the various states can come to a consensus, a domestic cruising restart here won't be too far behind. It will be interesting to see how that develops and how individual states approach the matter. There are so many stakeholders affected by the prolonged shutdown of an entire industry, from local suppliers and growers, tour operators, travel professionals, and the cruise lines of course, and much more. I'm hoping that this sliver of light brings a much brighter beacon of hope in the coming weeks. The takeaway from all of this is that there is progress and movement in the right direction, and that's far more positive news than we've had recently. To that end, Carnival Australia this week announced the conversion of select sailings between August and November this year into domestic itineraries, with a focus on local destinations like the Great Barrier Reef and tropical North Queensland. The change is in response to demand for sailings closer to home, and I suspect a company anticipation that domestic voyages will be the kickoff point for cruising this year. Royal Caribbean's brand new Israel season onboard Odyssey of the Seas went on sale this week, offering voyages between 3 and 7 nights in length to the Greek island. The ship will sail at 60% capacity, and so far only balcony and suite categories have been made available for sale. The cruises will be offered exclusively for vaccinated Israeli residents and is a likely precursor to the opening up of the cruise market in various countries around the world. In the US, the Healthy Sail Panel, the Royal Caribbean and Norwegian Cruise Line partnership, have announced that they are re-evaluating their health and safety protocols in line with recent advice from the Centre for Disease Control. In essence, it indicates that mask wearing won't be required where people have been vaccinated. By the time cruising does make a comeback en masse, it might be that with a vaccinated population, the onboard experience isn't too different to what we remember. On that note, I wish I had a crystal ball. That brings me to the end of this week's Cruise News Update. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you want to learn more about cruising or even book one yourself, you can head to my website, thecruiseandtravelguy.com.au. And if you haven't followed me yet on social media, you can do so at The Cruise and Travel Guy on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. The UK government has officially approved The UK government has officially approved domestic cruising to restart in the country, while the UK government has officially approved the domestic government. The ship has been in this week. The UK Minister for Maritime went on sale this week with